Did I scare you? Ghosts have been known to pop out of the dark and scare us with a simple boo. But why do we use that word? When did we decide that boo was so scary? Let's find out on today's episode of
Colossal Question.
People have been bellowing boo in some form or fashion for at least 500 years. But it's only in the last couple hundred years that it was actually meant to scare anyone. That's right. For hundreds of years, saying boo wasn't meant to frighten people, but alert them to your presence. It was basically like a sound you'd make to let someone know you're there. No one knows exactly where the word came from, but some experts believe it may come from either a Latin or Greek word meaning to yell, roar, or shout. Other experts think it might be even older than the Greeks or Romans, and the sound was meant to mimic the low guttural sound of a cow. But whatever the origin, the word starts showing up in writing more and more by the 1500s. But when did boo go from casual call-out to creepy catchphrase? And more importantly, how did ghosts get involved? Well, for the next 200 years or so, boo slowly but surely became more and more associated with all things spine-chilling. No one can say exactly why, but linguists think it could be related to how the word sounds. After all, boo is a loud, surprising noise that naturally sounds, well, kinda scary. Eventually, we start to see more evidence of the change. In the early 1700s, a Scottish book defined boo as a word that's used in the north of Scotland to frighten crying children. No word yet on why they were scaring so many crying kids that they needed a special word for it, but, well, that's another story. By the late 1700s in Scotland, boo, bo, and buh were all used to describe all sorts of monsters, real and imagined. In Scottish, bacow was a word for hobgoblins or any particularly terrifying creature. There was also boo man, a goblin who likes to haunt people. These terms would evolve into the boogeyman we know today. Already by the start of the 1800s, boo is starting to be associated with horrors, hauntings, and all manner of hideous monsters. So it was really only a matter of time before ghosts got mixed up in all the boo talk. Up until this time, ghosts actually had quite the reputation as talkative terrors. They were often well-spoken, graceful, sometimes even funny or likable, and usually quite intelligent. Not like the classic ghost you see today, who only seems to know one word. By the mid-1800s, ghosts mostly stopped speaking so much and started to bellow boo at anyone they could scare. It's no surprise that Scotland might be the place that ghosts first said boo. Many of our most iconic Halloween traditions started out as old Celtic rituals. So, like many of our spookiest Halloween traditions, we seem to have the Scottish to thank for giving ghosts their trademark catchphrase. I guess you really know how to keep it spooky.